Welcome to One Life on a Friday evening. I don't normally do Friday evenings, but I thought, you know what? This young lady has waited for me for so long because last week I was really poorly and Roberta was actually a little gem and was posting to make sure that I was looked after. So, Roberta, as you can see, I am okay. I'm fine. I just had a little bit of an accident last week. Ended up in our local A&E, and I had to stop One Life just for a few days. And yeah, but I'm better. You know, they're not going to get the best of me yet.
That's great.
But it was really lovely. So thank you for your kind messages. And do you know what? I think in terms of One Life, in terms of the ISSA, the music community is so great when all of us are going through a crisis or we're feeling unwell. And I think it's really lovely to know that out there, you've got so much support as an artist, especially in the ISSA group. You don't feel as though you're ever alone.
Yeah, that's true. It's like a big family, and it's unbelievable because I really don't know any other community which is so big and fantastic about this. So yeah, it's great to be part of the ISSA.
Good. So, Roberta, in terms of One Life, we don't have much to like catch up on with everybody out there in podcast world, apart from saying thank you to everybody who's been on the show this week. Thank you so much for all of your posts, all of your shows have been fantastic. I've had a really good week. We've had lots of fun, lots of laughs, some massive great music out there. I think the music coming from unsigned artists like yourself, Roberta, is absolutely amazing. We've got some brilliant music out there, and it comes from all over the world. You are my first Italian artist, and I'm really excited to the fact that I've got someone from Italy who has come to join me
Wow,
on my show. So you are
beautiful,
my number one. So
wonderful.
I'm gonna get to know a little bit about Italy. I haven't personally been to Italy, but if I was to come to Italy, what type of music would I be listening to if I was going to a venue where, if I come over and visited you tomorrow, where would we go? What would you bring?
Well, actually, you would probably listen to some pop music in Italian. This is the most famous kind of music here now. Maybe also rap and trap, this kind of genre now are really, really popular. But you can also find maybe some venues that lets you listen to some rock, acoustic music. So it depends on
Okay.
your tastes.
So there's a big sort of like mix of music,
Yeah.
in terms of sort of like sort of competitions or, people getting into music. Is it hard to get into music in Italy?
Yeah, it's very hard. So just maybe people who have big um, editors and big discographic houses can really, really be famous and popular. But yeah, if you always stay true to yourself, if you never give up, if you try to create even a small community of people that like your music, yeah, you can go on and do fantastic things. So yeah, it's
And you
important to
are you
collaborate
are
with
doing.
venues, of course, so that people can also listen to some different music from the most popular one. And yeah, I think people appreciate these kind of things, even if
You
maybe
do,
they
and you're
are
doing so
they
well. You're
don't
doing so
really.
well yourself, Roberta. Roberta, you sent me your profile, and I've known you from the ISSA group, and I know the types of things that you get up to in terms of your music. Your music's fantastic. Absolutely love your music. In relation to your best bits, in terms of your career, you've had some amazing moments over the last few years, especially with the ISSA group. You
Yeah.
in terms of like starting with the ISSA group right back in 2022. You had your first award for International Female Single of the Year in 2022.
Yeah.
And then in
Yeah.
2023, it carried on for you. You carried on with the Josie Awards as well. So, and then in relation to sort of Fair Play Country Awards, 14 nominations in Holland as well. How do you get to know about living in Italy? How do you get to know about the different music competitions and music, genres which goes on? Is it through social media that you find out about how to enter these things?
Oh yeah, I really, really much like going surfing the internet and googling all these kind of competitions and opportunities to get my music heard. And so also through websites or social media, I find everything I'm interested in. And sometimes it works. So I was really happy to win these awards in the past years. It's been big satisfaction. And last year I could also perform at the after party of the ISSA Awards. So
I
it
see
was the
that. That
first
was
time
fantastic. I watched it.
for me,
Brilliant.
in the USA. So it's been a very important experience.
Because you were finalist this year as well, weren't you? In 2024, you're also a finalist as well.
Yeah, I was a finalist.
So the trip from Italy to Atlanta, how long did it take?
It was long, but before coming to Atlanta, I also stopped in New York because I have some cousins there. So I spent some days there, and it was the first time for me in New York. It's been amazing. Then after 2 or 3 days, I took the flight to Atlanta. It's been an incredible journey.
But yes, in terms of that feeling when you get on the red carpet and you meet all those other singers, explain a little bit about how that felt for you as an artist.
Yeah. I couldn't attend the main show, unfortunately, but the after party was also a very nice experience.
Good. I'm glad you had a really good time. And is it something that you're going to go for again next year? Can you go again next year?
I don't think so, because now I am pregnant. And so...
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Oh, do you know what you're having?
Yeah, in March. And
in
so...
March. What do you know? Do you know it's a boy or a girl? Oh, come on, it's our first pregnancy as well.
Still don't know. Still don't know.
You still
Maybe
don't know.
next week I'm gonna know it, I hope.
Have you got any other children? Is this your first
it's my
child?
first one.
Your first child?
Yeah.
Wow. So is that going to put a damper on the music career? Are you going to carry on after you've had the baby?
I think it's gonna be something that will enrich my experiences in music. But yeah, probably I won't be able to go to Atlanta because the baby will be too little in August. But I'm gonna work on my music, of course, during this experience, and also when
congratulations,
the baby is going to be born. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations! It's a lovely piece of news on a Friday. I love news like this. So that's fantastic. But it does stop. Family does stop your career sometimes, but also sometimes motivates us to carry on because we've got family members that we want to do better for. And it almost brings us special moments in our lives, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and I hope that baby will like music too.
Do you know what they say? Like when a baby's growing up inside your tummy, when you play music, it grows to the beat of the music. It's when you hold a speaker to your tummy. I'm only going from experience with my 2 children, and I remember my second child really loved music when my ex-wife was pregnant. As soon as you played music, she became more active in the tummy. She used to kick more. It used to be really excited when there was music, and as soon as you stop the music, she'd stop kicking. So babies really love the sound of music and really love, from what I've seen and what I've acknowledged. I'm sure lots of people will tell us the same, but that's really exciting. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so in relation to your other best bits, you've got some great singles coming out, and they keep coming, and they've been absolutely fantastic. One of your singles that you sent me, I really want the rest of the world to listen to it right now so we can have a listen and let people hear your music, because that's what you're here for. So
Yeah.
you sent me Nothing Left Here. Tell me a bit about what that song's all about.
This was the first song that I wrote in English because when I was little, I started to write in Italian, of course. And while I was about, 20 years old, something like that, I tried to write in English. And it talks about an experience that I lived, even if I talk in the third person in the song. So I talk about a girl that is trying to understand if her life is going to change after a person comes back again from the past. And so she's asking herself a lot of questions. So, will this person be again part of my life, or will my life change forever? Who knows?
Fantastic, great story. Let's listen to it, everyone. Right, here we go. If you can hear it, give me a thumbs up. If not, just smile. It's going to be played out live. Together.
I'm sitting right here and ask myself why I know here. What's happened so far? I don't know who you are. No. Here. My biggest mistake was living from here. Nothing left here, and I won't come back. And now, can you hear me crying? Can you hear me smiling? Can you recall if it's ever been like this? Now the sun is shining, but my soul is dying. Don't to be all ashamed for this here. Oh. Trying to change my life without you, but no. I stand in the crowd, but they don't seem to hear me, no. My biggest mistake was coming here, yeah. I'm running so fast, reaching my past, and now can you see me crying? Can you hear me smiling? Can you recall if it's ever been like this? Now the sun is shining, but my soul is dying. Don't to be all ashamed for this. Thinking of you makes me cry. Without you, I feel alive. Never felt this way before. Going crazy all the time. Can you see me crying? Can you hear me smiling? Can't recall if it's ever been like this. Now the sun is shining, but my soul is dying. Not to be all ashamed for this. And now can you see me crying? Can you hear me smiling? Can't recall if it's ever been like this. Now the sun is shining, but my soul is dying. Not to be all ashamed for this.
Fantastic, Roberta. Absolutely love it. And you did get a comment right the way through that song. So, Tiziana Brambiella. I excuse my pronunciation. I gather it's an Italian name, and my Italian is useless. But somebody has basically said that song was absolutely amazing, and I agree with her.
Oh, thank you. Tiziana is a dear colleague of mine. So thank you, Tiziana. And your pronunciation was good. Don't worry.
Fantastic. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I really worry sometimes, especially when I've got international artists and they're going to say, AJ, that was useless. I try my best. But no, that's fantastic. So yeah, no, I totally agree. Amazing music, and that's the reason why you're picking up the awards that you're picking up, which is fantastic. So one of the parts of One Life is basically having a more serious talk about local and national charities. And in relation to One Life, we are continuing to support this month, our charity of the month, Revved Up Kids. And they have been watching all of our shows and enjoying all our artists' profiles and enjoying the music just as much as what we are. But it does give the artists an opportunity to speak about their charities of support, who they support as artists. And your one really interested me. You sent me a really long bio in relation to the children's charity that you support in Italy, and its relation to GRI, in relation to children who have got learning disabilities by this sort of genetic disease. And you went into it with quite some detail, and I tell you what, my heart goes out to you, Roberta. It was really lovely how it was put. And I think I can see that you're very passionate about this subject, and you want to get it out and get people to understand a bit more about how it affects children. And I gather it's not just in Italy. I gather it's globally, and I gather there's other children affected by it. So I'd like to spend some time on the program this evening to understand a bit more about this condition, but also about how people can get help and support, and how you, Roberta, as a singer and an artist, support this charity. So the floor is yours. I'd like you to tell me a bit more, please.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, important topic to talk about. And I'm glad Tiziana is here, because she's part of the association that has been started some years ago, because it's very important to collect money for researching some methods to help the families that have children affected by these diseases. So the GRI, because these are really rare genetic problems that stop children from developing their growing in the right way. But it's very difficult to diagnose these diseases. So we really need to help these communities like GRI Italy, because if we help them find some how can I say,
It's okay,
the way to help these children live better lives. And
so is it come in infancy? Is it something that just comes on? Tell me, I don't understand a little bit more about it, if you could.
Yeah, because these diseases are genetic in nature, so it's also difficult to understand when the babies are little, the children are little, what their problems are. So only when they have reached a certain age, the diagnosis can come. But the families have to go to really specialized centers. So it's really difficult for them to live in this situation. And so some years ago, my colleague and some other families in Italy created this charity community, this association, to collect money also through events, through music, and find therapies and treatments to make these children's lives easier, because it's not easy to live.
No, I can't. And you said about autism, you said about cerebral palsy and things like that. So we're talking about a disease that can really impact a child's life. We're not talking about a learning disability that a child can just basically, get on with the rest of their life and grow normally with. I gather it actually really significantly impacts a child's life when they have this disease.
Yeah, and maybe they can't move, maybe they can't talk. So it's something that we really have to understand, and to try to help these people that are doing a very big work to collect money for this cause, because it's really important.
Is it medicine, or is it understanding of the condition? What is it that really sort of separates this from any other condition?
Both of them. So at first, yeah, help the families understand that the problem is this disease, and then also, yeah, do research to find new treatments, new therapies, so that these children can live better. Unfortunately, they will not heal, but they can live better if we help them.
Definitely. So is it, how many, is it boys or girls more? Is it sort of a particular age group more?
No, because maybe some families discover about these when the child is already 2 or 3 years old. Sorry. So yeah, when the thing is discovered, it's better to act immediately so that the children can live better lives.
Definitely. And in terms of yourself, Roberta, you are part of the association, but how have you used your musical talents to support this group?
Well, I was asked this summer to play with my other musicians at a very big event that was organized to collect money for this cause. So in September, there was a very nice afternoon dedicated to this charity, and I could play 2 hours of music with my group. So it's been great, and I hope that we're gonna organize other events like that. We are, yeah, talking about new concerts to organize in the future, because it's been a great experience.
Brilliant. And, you know, that's why I set up One Life. It's so lovely to see the reach that we can get to local and national charities, but also it makes us feel better as artists knowing that we've got the power of music to be able to raise money for these charities. And whether that's a concert, whether that's a CD, whether it's sales from our merchandise, you know, to be able to know that we can do something special for groups like your own. And, you know, fantastic, well done. And, you know, that's great what you do in relation to the organization itself. Please post some things on One Life. We will put it out there to the rest of the group, you know, in terms of also putting it out there to everyone else. You know, I think it's really nice with One Life that we do get that opportunity to share some of the stories from all of these organizations who are out there, but also be able to continue to support them as artists, you know, and find other artists who may not know about these organizations who can join like you've done, you know, in the festival. They probably didn't know about what was going on. They probably didn't know about the organization itself, but they come together and they supported and they done an amazing job. So thank you so much for all that you've done.
And thank you,
Okay.
because talking about these realities is very, very important. So I really appreciate also what you do with your podcast, because you let a lot of people talk about charity groups and all these problems that may affect other people. So sometimes we don't even know that we are lucky, because some other people have a lot of problems. And yeah, it's great to know that we can help them, maybe also through music.
And music's a universal language. Everybody
Yeah.
loves music, you know, and
Yeah.
everybody sees it as a way we can come together, whatever is thrown at us. You know, you look at what happened in Florida, you know, and the amount of people were so scared about the tornado coming towards them. But the amount of musicians were like, do you know what? When this is finished, I'm going to make sure that money's raised. You know, we did it in ISSA. You know, we did it, you know, as musicians. We raised money. We supported the flood victims. But it's almost as though that's the one thing that will never take anything away from us as artists. We will always use music as a power of bringing together a community of people and support. So that's really great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
I read your highlights of 2024, and they were from your bio and from the parts that I saw on your Facebook. So we're now nearly at the end of 2024. We're now in the dark months over here. I don't know what Italy's like. What's Italy like in the winter?
Yeah, it's not so cold now, but yeah, it's always raining here in northern Italy. Always raining. So
Oh wow, there's a country like the UK then. There's somewhere like
Yeah,
that. Excellent,
yeah. This
brilliant.
autumn is really,
I always
really,
speak to everyone in America.
yeah.
So do you get different seasons like us in the UK? Do you have to turn your clocks back, or how does it run in
Yeah,
Italy?
yeah, on Sunday it's gonna happen.
On Sundays, like us, we've got ours on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be beautiful. I've seen pictures of Italy. It looks very beautiful out there.
Yeah,
Where
it is.
you are in your community, are you near some of the main cities?
Yeah, we are near Milan in the north of Italy.
You're near Milan. Oh wow. I've seen lots of pictures of Milan. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
So Italy itself, if you were to name a big pop star in Italy or a big country star in Italy, who would we be talking about?
Well, let me talk about a really good artist that does country like me. She's from northern Italy too, and she's called Nicole Frasche. She's also part of the ISSA Awards and community. She's won several awards too. She's a really, really good artist, and yeah, that's about country music in Italy. But I don't know. There are a lot of pop artists that are really good, but actually, it's not the kind of genre music that I really love and listen to. So I don't have a favorite one in this genre.
How about
I
growing?
prefer
When you was Roberta, when you was little, what did you listen to when you was young?
When I was little, I loved the Beatles. I have always listened to,
Okay.
yeah, music in English. That's why I started to write my songs in English too, because I also like Italian music, but not as much as music in English.
So you're a bit of a Beatles fan, was you?
Yeah.
Was that a family thing? Were they into the Beatles as well?
Yeah, because my father has always loved them. And when I was about 11 years old, he bought a compilation, the one which was the collection of all hits, all number ones of the Beatles. So the first time that I listened to this compilation, I fell in love, and and now I'm still here loving them.
Fantastic. So when did you sort of turn to the point of thinking, do you know what, actually I want to be a singer as a career? What made you turn into music?
I was 9 years old, and I really liked singing the tunes of, Disney animation films. I really liked singing these songs, and so I decided that I wanted to sing myself.
Okay, so was it Ariel then? Was that the sort of the song that for every female, growing up as a princess? Yeah. I get the connection, singing Ariel and then becoming a singer-songwriter like yourself. It's like being a princess, being Ariel. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a swap though, in terms of like having that type of music growing up with the Beatles, and then sort of listening to Ariel. Yeah, but where was it when you said, you know what, actually, I'm putting everything to the side and I'm going to try and be a songwriter? When did you think I really want to try and make it in the music industry?
I've always wanted to follow this career as I was little, but when I actually started to create my own songs and also release them on platforms and trying to make in the music industry, I was about 20 years old, so a little grown up. And I also started to play songs in front of a public a little late. I was about 26, something like that. But it was a dream that I've always had.
Oh, and the dream that's carrying on, and you're going through such an amazing career already. So for you getting your first speakers, your first PA set, your first musical set, where did you go into? Did you go to a local bar, local cafe?
Yeah, the first gigs were actually maybe birthday parties of my friends, this sort of experience. Then I also tried to participate in competitions here in Italy, and in the last years, I finally, could do more concerts in venues, and also maybe during wedding parties. So experiences that everyone has tried out.
How do Italian people find original music? Because we as artists in the UK, we always get told that we can play one or two of our own songs, but we've got to carry on singing cover songs. You know, we get quite a lot of downbeat when it comes to our own things, you know. So in Italy, are they susceptible to your own style of music? Will they allow you to play your own style of music?
Well, the situation is the same, so it's better if you play covers, and maybe sometimes you can also add your songs, 2 or 3. But there are also chances to play your songs. So maybe sometimes I've also attended some events that were dedicated to singer-songwriters, sometimes even to just female singer-songwriters. So there are sometimes events like this that let you showcase your own music.
Fantastic. So when you go out and you sing, what covers do you cover?
I like playing folk music, like Bob Dylan songs, John Bites, and also maybe country artists of today. Like maybe you don't know her, but there are some really good artists in the USA, like Lila Tucker or Sarah Jarosz. These are the ones. But also maybe songs by the Beatles, or also Cat Stevens. So a lot of big names of the folk, genre.
Fantastic. I'm trying to get a flavour of what your show would be like if I come to it. It's like really interesting. And I like doing this with artists because, you know, we all have our own songs that we put out, but it's also people don't see us unless you actually go to one of your shows, you know, to see the other types of music that you sing. And it's really nice to see the different generation of music that you cover. And it'd be really good to come to one of your gigs. I think that would be a really good gig. You know, so yeah, thanks for that. That's really helpful.
Oh, if you
I
have
think we
a
should
chance,
play another song. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to come to Italy. There's so many places. You know, every time I do these shows, I get really jealous because I'm gonna get a map behind me one day and just plug all the places who I've spoken to, because they sound some amazing places. And you know, to travel around, it'd be absolutely great just to hear different types of music. And I think this is why I love interviewing so many different musicians from so many different places around the world, from Greece to America to the UK to Italy. The journey is amazing, and I want to continue this journey with One Life, because I think talking to all types of musicians from around the world, I'm only going to know better about their culture and music, but also about them as musicians and what makes them great musicians. And again, that's what I love about ISSA. You know, we have 17,000 members and it's everywhere around the world. You know, that's what's so fantastic about it. Anyway, let's get another one of your songs. Let's get another one of your songs played. And this one's for the second time. Tell us a bit about this track.
It's a similar story about a person that comes for the second time in your life, and so you try to understand if it's gonna work or not. It's always the same story as the previous song.
Fantastic. Okay, let's have a listen.
For the second time you've come, I had my feet on the ground, couldn't see the stars, but you have come at deep night, and I let you I smile too, just to keep you around me. And for the second time, we could smile again. Oh baby, 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 smile again. For the second time you've come, I wish it wasn't late. Oh baby, 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 I wish it wasn't late to be no longer alone, to burn with me, to try and fit all in my feet. Oh baby, baby, if it wasn't late, we could be born together by a place for next years. How can it be possible that it's too late to try and have a love like this? For the second time you've come, you weren't mine. Oh baby, 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 why weren't you mine? Babe, I love you. Try them feet all in my feet. Why did you stay just all my summer long? For the second time you've come, winter mood is on, the shoes are off. Oh baby, will the bees fly on at the next cherry blossom carry on?
Fantastic. Love it. Absolutely great song, Roberta. Really
you.
enjoyed it. Loved it. Fantastic. So, Roberta, again, what I do with my artists, I try and understand a little bit of their life outside of music. So, time to take your music hat off. What do you do in real life away from music?
I am a teacher at secondary school,
Okay.
and I teach a lot of subjects: Italian, history, geography, also music, English, lots of subjects. And yeah, this is a real
And
nice
how old are the children that you teach?
They are from 11 to 13 years old.
Oh, the difficult teenage years. And do they
Yeah.
know that you're a musician?
Yes, of course, and they love the fact that I am a musician, so they are following me everywhere on the social
Oh,
media.
fantastic.
Yeah, they are big fans.
Brilliant. That's great. And it's just difficult to, like, teenagers are really difficult to please. So it must be really good to know that your music's out there and you're making them smile.
Yeah, you're right, but it's always satisfying when you see that everything you do is being appreciated and they are learning thanks to your lessons and your passion for what you do.
Fantastic. It's good. You know, we watch things like X Factor and like Britain's Got Talent and Americans Got Talent and things like that. And it's normally the teachers who get the most support from their students. They really get behind you as a teacher. You know, that's really great to see. And, you know, it builds a connection as well. Do you think, you know, in terms of you being an artist, does that help you while you teach?
Yeah, because they see that you bring passion, you bring creativity to what you are trying to teaching, and yeah, I think it helps a lot.
Fantastic, brilliant, excellent. How about sort of like leisure time? Do you have any time from yourself away from music?
Yeah, sometimes I like traveling a lot when I'm free. I like taking a walk, and yeah. But most of the time, when I have free time, I really enjoy studying more singing technique, guitar playing, working at my social media channels and websites. So yeah, maybe it's again working, but that's what makes me happy and I really enjoy it.
That's what you
It's
enjoy.
not a job like me. It's my passion.
Good, fantastic. So what's 2025 looking like for you? What's coming up? What are you excited about?
Of course, I'm excited about this baby that is going to be born, but I also have a lot of projects about my music. So yeah, this is why I was working on my website, because I am totally creating new music, new products, and yeah, I hope to have the chance to play live music, because that's what I love the most, and I really want to organize some other musical events and ways to collect money for the GRI Italia Association. We are really programming events for the future, so I hope it's gonna work.
Fantastic. It will work. We'll help you get it out there. And if there's anything we can do in One Life to help you promote or help to support the group that you're with, please let us know. You know, we would try our best to help you in terms of events. But fantastic, and thank you for so much all you do. Is there anyone out there that you want to say a special thank you to in relation to your music supporting you and helping you?
First of all, I want to thank you, Adrian, for this opportunity, for what you do, because it's really, really important. And I think that it's important to underline the fact that music can really change lives and help even collect money sometimes. I want to thank Tiziana, my colleague, for being here tonight, and also for creating this amazing community to help families that have these diseases. And of course, I want to thank my family, my producer, my pupils, everyone that supports me, because it's really important to me. And thank you very much, everyone.
Fantastic. It's lovely. I like doing this bit at the end of the show, because I think, you know, we have so many people who support us, and there's a big thank you to everybody who does support us. You've got a very special friend who's joined you at the show this evening, and we have had some people watch you as well. So, you know, there's some people who are really interested in your music, will continue to be interested in your music, like myself. And thank you for bringing that great music out to us. And we're always interested in to find out what your next projects are going to be. So keep bringing out the great music. Keep supporting the charity that you're supporting, and we'll keep supporting you. Okay.
Okay,
So
cool. Thank you.
it's been a long week. We have had an amazing week once again on One Life, and we are going to be ready for our fourth and final week with Revved Up Kids. So next week we have got a very busy week, because we are going to have to wrap up the support to the Revved Up Kids, and then we move into the month of November, where we support the Danny's Association. So we are very excited here at One Life. So everyone, whatever you're doing over the weekend, make sure you've got time for one another. Make sure you support one another. Make sure that you enjoy some great music, and whatever you do, have lots of fun over the weekend. AJ will see you all on Tuesday. I'll be back live on Tuesday. Over the weekend, Roberta's singles will go into the One Life music library. In terms of the YouTube music library, there's over 60 great songs in there already from all of the artists around the world. So if you want to just listen to some music over the weekend, pop into YouTube, pop into the library, and we will show you. And I'll put the link up over the weekend as well, okay? And we'll add Roberta's music into it. Carry on supporting Revved Up Kids this weekend. Go to their website, empty your pockets. Go and see what they do. They desperately need your help. Roberta will put her charity up also, so people can start to support her charity as well. So all I've got to say is good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. Good night, Roberta. Thank you so much for joining us on One Life, and hopefully we can get you back again in the next few months.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Bye.